Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we got episode 25 from the Attitude Era review series, WWF King of the Ring 1999. Almost 20 years later, still leaves a bad taste in your mouth, this pay-per-view. Man, the past couple of years prior to this, the King of the Ring had been on a roll. Can't believe we are now 25 episodes into this series. Want to thank all the subscribers for the support and the ones that keep pushing me to keep pumping out these episodes. So thank you guys. So let's get into King of the Ring 99. This took place June 27th, 1999, from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. They announced 20,108 in attendance. On the Wikipedia page, it says 19,761. Hi, how's it going? Hope everyone's enjoying the weekend, or what's left of it. We got JR and the King on commentary. Um, this is around the time I really started watching WWE, so a lot of this is, really familiar to me, especially the Austin versus McMahon. Austin as CEO was just awesome. Really wish WWE would kind of do more stuff like that and more backstage kind of segments and not just guys destroying stuff, but we don't see enough of it now. So we have, I think, 10 matches on this pay-per-view. I think they went a little bit too short, actually, a lot of these matches. Let's get into this, guys. This is one, probably one of the worst King of the Rings. Billy Gunn really didn't amount to anything. As always, if you're in the live chat, truck along. If you have any questions, we'll take them up around the end of the episode. Let me know your thoughts on some of the matches and things like that. So before we even start the pay-per-view, they're bringing up clips from Sunday Night Heat, and Steve Blackman attacks Ken Shamrock. And Shane McMahon is apparently injured and won't be able to compete in the main event. Excuse me. Which is a handicap ladder match for complete control of the WWF. This was winner take all. I'm sure we heard that before. WrestleMania 35, Survivor Series 2001. They've done it a few times. So first four matches are going to be the quarterfinal matches of the King of the Ring tournament. These matches are fairly short, and we had Hardcore Holly versus X-Pac. X-Pac wins by DQ after Hardcore Holly hits him in the head with a chair, and Road Dogg comes out, makes the save. They also did a lot of back and forth interviews after the matches and before the matches. I really like how they did that. Yes, sir, they were. Yeah, it actually is one of the worst of 99. Whoops. So, we had Terry Taylor interviewing people backstage throughout the night. Second match of the night was the Big Show versus Kane. Ref bump early on in the match. Kane hits a low blow on the Big Show, and Hardcore Holly is back out here once again. He gets a chair shot for his troubles. Kane hits a chair shot on the Big Show. He's going for the choke slam, but he's just choking the Big Show out, and crowd is booing it. Kane hits another chair shot on the Big Show for a 3 count, and this was just a bad match. All right, that's good. What up, everybody? Tyler Hodder in the chat. Third match of the night, Billy Gunn versus Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock was the previous King of the Ring winner. By now, he's a babyface. Interesting note here. Billy Gunn comes out wearing one of the tag titles, which he claimed he won on the episode of Raw prior to this show. It was the Acolytes and Billy Gunn taking on Kane, X-Pac, and the Road Dogg. It wasn't a tag title match, but Billy Gunn helped them win the match, helped the APA win the match, and he claimed to be a tag team champion at this point. So he's walking around with the title. Bradshaw will defeat Billy Gunn the next night to win his title belt back. Very, very strange there, but Billy Gunn saying, he's a true tag team champion and whatnot. Billy Gunn works the ribs here, working a headlock, and hits a sit-out power bomb, and the ref Teddy Long calls it off. Shamrock's going through eternal bleeding here. Remember, he got beat down on heat, so they're building up on that. And Billy Gunn wins. He advances to the next round. They did this a few times in 98, 99 with Shamrock with the eternal bleeding. I liked it. It was kind of believable to see guys bleeding from inside them and coming out of the mouth. Fourth match of the night, we got a Triple H and Chyna promo before this. So Triple H isn't even on this show besides for this one segment here, or with Chyna. Road Dogg versus Chyna in the last quarterfinal match. This is a good match. This probably should have opened up the pay-per-view. Good back and forth, and Triple H sends Road Dogg into the steps, and Chyna is going to town here. She hits a nice DDT for a 2, another roll-up for a 2, and then we get another ref bump of the night. They were not short on ref bumps on this pay-per-view. And Triple H grabs a chair, hits Road Dogg, and Chyna gets another 2 count. Commissioner Shawn Michaels makes an appearance, and he says, Triple H, you're out of here, pal. And Road Dogg hits the shaky knee, but Chyna's able to hit a low blow, and then this is where Road Dogg pulls out the cup. Road Dogg hits a pump handle for the 3 count, pinning Chyna. This was a really good match, like I said. This had a, better than it, originally intended to be. Next up, and this is about 50 minutes into this pay-per-view. Only went about 2.5 hours this show. What's up, man? Welcome everyone to the chat. We actually got a few people in here. Fifth match of the night. Before we get into it, we had a Rock promo with Michael Cole. Oh, for sure, man. That's why I do the review series. No, not good. Fifth match of the night is the Brood versus the Hardy Boys. Edge and Christian versus Matt and Jeff Hardy. The Hardy Boys are still with Michael Hayes by this point. And this is a #1 contendership for the tag titles. They did have a match on Heat, which the APA broke up. Shawn Michaels said, you know what, we're going to have this match on pay-per-view tonight. And, this match was short. I think it could have went a few more minutes. So we got a spear to Michael Hayes. Poetry in motion. but Edge counters it into a spear. Really nice spot. Christian does a top rope plancha, and Gangrel's going for the blood mist into one of the Hardys. Hardy's duck. Edge gets the mist and twist of fate for a 3 count. Hardy Boys pick up the win, and the Hardys will actually win the tag titles a couple of days later, but it's not going to air until about July, I think the July 5th Raw. So really cool here. The Hardy Boys are just about a week away from winning their very first WWE tag titles. Sorry guys, I'm missing some of your. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Even that Road Dogg and China match, that was really good. Crowd was into it. Um, and North Carolina is known for being a really hot crowd, so WWE didn't play to their strengths here. I think that Brood and Hardy Boys match could have even opened up the pay-per-view. Give them 15 minutes, give them 10 to 12 minutes. I think it could have really brought the show up a few notches. Before the sixth match, we got a Mr. McMahon promo, and he says, I got a replacement. HBK says, no problem. And Mr. McMahon says, I'm the showstopper. I'm the main event and all this stuff. This is actually really funny. Mr. McMahon is just classic. Sixth match of the night is our semifinal matchup. Billy Gunn versus Kane. This is a decent back and forth match. In and out of the ring. Billy Gunn hits a nice drop kick into the steps. Remember those Boot of the Week promos? This one was played all the time on those vignettes. We see a nice power slam, a drop kick. Billy Gunn grabs a chair, and then we see another ref bump. Oh my God. Big Show is back out here. Chair shot to Kane. Billy Gunn gets the 3 count here and advances to the finals. Seventh match of the night, X-Pac versus the Road Dogg. This was a quick match. Not even sure why, but for whatever reason, X-Pac blocks the pump handle drop into the X Factor for a 3 count. Again, a lot of matches on here were very short. This was another one of them. I like Road Dogg, I like X-Pac, but I think these guys never really had the chemistry together to kind of pull off a better match. Yeah. A lot of ref bumps, guys. And eighth match of the night is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. The Undertaker defending against The Rock. I actually really like this match. I don't remember liking this match too much when I watched this pay-per-view before, but I actually really like this match. This is one I would recommend out of the show. So, before the match even starts, Undertaker drops the ref on his head, and we have another ref bump. This is just madness here. It's got to be, out of 8 matches, we've seen about 6 ref bumps. Man. And we see a rock bottom, choke slam, but there's no ref here. Undertaker hits the old school. Brock blocks it. They go out of the ring. Undertaker blocks a chair shot with the ring bell. That's a sickening spot there. Undertaker hits that beautiful, swinging DDT he always used to do for a 2 count. Rock hits a nice Samoan drop. And DDT for a 2. I wrote something in short form. I couldn't really read it. BLTS. Rock blocks the tombstone and hits a DDT for a 2 count. That's what it was. Reverse Irish whip and another ref bump. Oh my goodness. Rock hits a people's elbow, but there's no ref again. Undertaker hits a low blow, and Paul Bearer's got a chloroform rag. So Rock blocks the rag, gives it to the Undertaker. Triple H does a run in, hits a pedigree on the Rock. These guys are both down. Undertaker gets up. He's all groggy, hits the tombstone on the Rock for a 3 to retain the WWF Championship. This was a really good match. What's my dream match in WWE? You mean like out of current superstars? Honestly, I think Triple H could have won the title at SummerSlam 99, but whatever. Doesn't really change much because he won it the next night, but so backstage we do see an exclusive Rock promo, cutting a promo on the Undertaker. The Rock had the title won 3 separate times with no ref. Dream matches of current day. Wow. I don't know. I'd probably have to think about that one. You know, put Undertaker up against AJ Styles. That'd be an awesome match. Um, Triple H versus AJ Styles. I do want to see another Triple H and Rock match. How about Kevin Owens and Bray Wyatt, something like that. It's really hard to come up with dream matches off the top of your head, but from the past days, like guys that are no longer with us, Mr. Perfect and Kurt Angle. I think they did have a match or two, but Chris Benoit and someone like Seth Rollins. Okay, so HBK is ejecting Triple H from the arena, and Vince McMahon is once again furious, saying, "He's my partner, damn it! He's my partner!" And Vince McMahon is just freaking out. 9th match of the night is the finals for the King of the Ring tournament. X-Pac versus Billy Gunn. X-Pac has been holding his neck, I forgot to mention, throughout the course of the night. Billy Gunn works the neck throughout most of this match. Hits a Famouser for a 2. X-Pac hits the X Factor for a 2. Bronco Buster. Billy Gunn hits a Famouser from the second rope. Beautiful for the win. And this is one of the rare times, or I guess they didn't do it in 98 either, but they didn't do the whole crown and robe kind of ceremony for the King of the Ring. I guess what I've heard, they've had plans for Billy Gunn to work with Stone Cold. Austin said, and we never seen that Billy Gunn versus Steve Austin match that everyone wanted to see. That honestly, Billy Gunn was never the greatest worker. This is one of the more strange or bizarre booking decisions. If I had to pick a winner out of this tournament, I don't even know who I would have went with. Maybe China could have won it. But there really wasn't many guys in here to kind of win. I guess Steve Austin didn't like Billy, or he didn't think Billy could cut it in the ring as a main eventer. Billy Gunn wasn't a strong promo. He was, had the look. He was a great worker, but he really wasn't a believable main eventer. And that's my take on it. Yeah, Big Show. Big Show could have easily won the King of the Ring here. Or Kane. I would have loved to see Kane just beat the hell out of everyone and go crazy. This is my favorite time period of Kane. 98, 2000, 2001. All right. The main event. The handicap ladder match. For the total, complete control of the WWF. This is a ladder match, 2-on-1, and we got a briefcase hanging above the ring. I absolutely loved it. But this was it's kind of one of those storylines that remained unfinished, untold. Got a shot there of Austin McMahon's. There's The Rock. There's that drop kick I was talking about. But this was a pretty fun match. I always liked Austin in the main event, beating the hell out of the McMahons. Out comes McMahon, and he says his partner is going to be Steve Blackman. GTV comes on. You see Shane and the posse, and Shane's like phoning it in his injury. And then HBK comes out and says, nope, Steve Blackman, get out of here, G.I. Joe. Shane O'Mac, get down here, and we're going to start this match. This crowd was just one of the biggest pops I ever heard for Stone Cold. Wow. So Austin starts the match with some mud stomps, Lou Thesz press, and these guys are battling in and out of the ring up towards the stage area. And the staging area is like a bunch of ladders put together, and they built this whole thing out of ladders. It was really cool. So Austin sends Shane into one ladder, it knocks out. Another ladder falls out, and Austin pulls down all of these ladders, burying the McMahons. Really cool visual. So Stone Cold heads to the ring. The McMahons shortly follow after him, and Austin hits an elbow through the Spanish announce table. That's just insane. So the McMahons are trying to boost each other up. Vince is putting Shane on his shoulders, which is just hilarious. Austin knocks him over. We see a stunner to both of them, Vince and Shane. Austin climbs up the ladder. He climbs up one rung, reaches the briefcase, goes higher and higher. This was one of those storylines I actually liked and hated at the same time. And I'm surprised they didn't do this in like future Money in the Bank matches or future ladder matches, because I think this could really work. So Austin meets Vince on the ladder after a while, and Austin is just pissed off here. Shane McMahon knocks them both off the ladder. Shane climbs the ladder, grabs the briefcase, and the McMahons win or gain back control of the WWF. 2.5 hours. I think I'd give this pay-per-view about a 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10. It was enjoyable. I do like going back and watching these, but not a good show overall. And it's also important to note that Austin's going to win the WWF title the next night on Raw. So that's something else important. Apart from the Hardy Boys winning the tag titles a few days later, Austin becomes a champ for the fourth time, yeah. Wins his fourth title from The Undertaker. And that's pretty cool. He defeats Kane the night after the 98 King of the Ring. Defeats Undertaker after the 99 King of the Ring. So pretty cool. Similar booking, what they did here. But overall, not a good show. Let's go to the chat. If you guys have any questions, send them in now. Originally, it was supposed to be the Big Boss Man, but like I said, they never really followed up on it. And it's just one of those weird things, kind of like GTV. Who was behind GTV? No one really knows. Honestly, they probably could have announced the Big Boss Man, but they just completely ignored it, moved forward. It never really made a difference. Austin would be WWF champ heading into the next few pay-per-views. Episode 26 is going to be one of my favorite pay-per-views. Fully Loaded 99. And get this one, another end of an era match. I think we heard that one before too, right? Fully Loaded 99, guys. Definitely make sure you stay tuned for that pay-per-view. We got any more questions or comments in the chat? Send them in now. WCW did same thing with some kind of car. Oh, the limo you're talking about? Who was in the limo before? Yeah, that was never explained. Um, and just like WWE, they kind of just ignored it and then kind of moved forward. I thought it was supposed to be Scott Hall or Kevin Nash, right? Or one of those guys. But then it was the Hummer, right? Something like that, the Hummer Jeep, whatever. And whatever, they just completely ignored it. That was WCW though. WCW was just awful at storytelling. WCW would do this big build up and all that, and then, whatever. We'll forget about it. Look at Starcade 99. Look how they did Bret Hart and WCW. Finger Poke of Doom. In how many atrocious storylines in the year 2000 of WCW. I actually did like the New Breed versus the Millionaires Club. I thought that was had a lot of potential, but you can't have Billy Kidman defeating Hulk Hogan. Um, just kind of stupid stuff like that. So let me know your thoughts in King of the Ring 99, guys. I kind of explained the Billy Gunn thing, Austin winning the title back the next night. If you have any more questions, comments, suggestions, make sure you drop a comment down below, guys. As always, we'll talk to you later. Peace.